Hello and good morning. Let's take a look at your bell work. Okay, keep in mind that on this one right here, everything gets a 5. So I want you to write it like that. Okay. So what you're going to do here, and what I would do here is actually the 5 goes to the top, scratch that out, and the 3 goes to the bottom. Okay. So what you're going to have is b to the 3rd to the 5th and 4 to the 5th. And then you're going to have b to the 3rd and b squared to the 3rd. And so now you got a power to a power, so that's b 15, b 20, because you got to multiply those. This is a 1 times 3, so that's 3. This is 6 when you multiply. Now you can combine these up. So you're going to get b to the 35 over b to the 9. And now you can go ahead and bring this 9 up and subtract. So I think that's going to be b to the 25th power should be your answer. And that's how you work that one. This one right here, you're going to first distribute, and then you're going to write it, each one over that. So it's going to be negative 2x to the 3rd y minus. This times this, you're going to add your exponents, so that's a negative 5x to the 3rd power. This is a double negative. 5 times 2 is 10, x1 and x2 is x3, and then the y goes along for the ride. And each one of these is going to be divided by 10x y squared. And now you're going to reduce. 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into that 5. This x cancels with one of these, leaving you with x squared. This one, the y cancels, leaving you with y to the 1st power. So let me see if I can get that out of there. So that's going to be a negative 1, which you don't need, and then x squared over 5y. And it gets a little tricky the way I have it, so it might be a good idea to double check. This one right here, 5 goes into 5 once, 5 goes into that twice. Okay, so this x cancels with one of these, so you're left with x squared at the top, and then y squared stays at the bottom. This one, the 10 cancels. This x right here cancels with one of those. So that's going to be x squared. This y cancels with one of them down there, leaving you with y. And that should be your answer. Today, we're reviewing. So I want you to go to page 312, 1 to 52 all. You have this entire period. If you have questions, I want you to ask. Check your answers if they're in the back of the book, and I guess they should be. And Friday is a test, okay? I'm going to probably let this test go over the weekend, and everybody will probably take it online. So Friday, we may end up working in class, and then you just take the test, and I'll give you from Friday to maybe Monday to take the test, okay? All right, that's the plan. Have a good morning. Let's turn our attention now to geometry. Okay, so let's take a look at this. On this right here, what you want to do is first look at it. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides, so that's 5 minus 2 times 180, which I think is 540. So it's going to be 3 triangles, because each triangle is 180. So that's 540 degrees. So what you're going to do is first figure out what x is. So you're going to set equals to 540 degrees. X plus 4x is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13x. And then here you're going to add your numbers. The 10s cancel, a plus and a minus. This gives you 15, so that's plus 15 right there. So what you want to do is subtract 15 and divide by 13. Let's see what that works out to be. So I want a calculator, and I'm going to have to grab one. So give me just a second. You might want to clean your calculators if you borrow one from me. Okay, so that's what I'm doing right now. So again, you might want to take some hand sanitizer and go over there and grab a Kleenex where the pencils are, pencil sharpener, and get a calculator and clean it up. So you can see all the yuck that came off of that one. Okay. All right, let's keep moving so we can finish this up. So here, I'm going to take 540, clear it out. 540 minus 15, press equals, divided by 13, press equals. I get 40.38, and I'm going to have to round this off, okay? So we're going to say x is approximately 40.38. We'll leave it like that. And now what you want to do is figure out each one of these by plugging it in. Now I'm not going to do each one of these, but I'm going to do this one. Okay, since I have all of this in the calculator, I'm going to multiply by 3. So this angle is about 121 right here. So from here to here is 121.2 degrees approximately. And then I'm going to subtract from 180 because that line is worth 180. And that's going to give me the exterior angle. So minus 180. It's going to be a negative, and what you can do is just hit the plus minus key to get rid of that. So this one is about 58.8 degrees. Okay, so if you add this up and this up, it should be 180, but keep in mind that we rounded it off. All right, this one right here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sides, so that's 7 minus 2 times 180. Let's see what that is. So 5 times 180 is 900 degrees. So what you're going to do is start subtracting. So you're going to say minus 130 minus 140 minus 150 minus 120 minus 130 minus 120, press equals. This one is 110 degrees. Now this line again is worth 180, so you're going to do minus 180 and you're going to get 70 degrees. Okay, so 110 minus 180, you're going to get a negative, so just cancel that out. Let me see what I did there. 110 minus 70. Okay, let me try it again. 110 minus 70 gives me, what is going on with this calculator? Okay, let me try it again. It should be actually 180 minus 110. Okay, that's better. 70 degrees, which I knew it was. All right, let's talk about today's work on a new sheet of paper. Draw and copy everything you see. We're talking about kites. This one right here is actually not a very good looking kite. This is, so let's take a look at it. First of all, you should know that this piece is equal to this piece. So write that down. AB segment is congruent to CB segment. Notice how I'm going outside up, outside up. This one I'm going to go AD. This one is congruent to AD would be CD. Okay. And then these are congruent, so AE is congruent outside in, CE. Notice the pattern, okay? Now you can't say that this top one is equal to the bottom one because it's not, okay? Not in a kite. Okay, so that's just the way it is. Now if they give you this one and they give you this one, then you can use Pythagorean's theorem to find that one. A squared, B squared, C squared. Okay? And that's how we do that. All right. Those are the properties of a kite. And also this is perpendicular. So segment AC is perpendicular to segment BD. And understand that perpendicular means 90 degrees. Okay? Flip change. All right, let's keep moving. Draw this diagram for number 2. All right, so we know it's a kite. We know this is 90 degrees. We know that this triangle is 180. So you subtract 90 and you subtract 30, and whatever you get is your answer. So that's 120, so that's got to be 60, I guess. Okay? Every triangle is worth 180. Take a look at this one right here. Draw that diagram. This is 90 degrees. It's not a very good looking kite. So you're going to add all this up and set it equal to 180. So x plus 30 plus 90 is equal to 180, and then you're going to solve that, and that's going to give you x. What another property of a kite is, this angle here is equal to that angle. So angle y is 30 degrees. Okay, so that upper angle is split, or it's bisected is the word. Let's keep moving. Draw this one. This one's a trapezoid. A trapezoid, and I want you to write this down. A trapezoid has one pair of parallel sides is a trapezoid. So this side looks parallel to that one. Okay? Now, let's talk about it. The way they have it drawn, it almost looks like this is what 4x plus 3 is, but it's actually the whole thing. This is called an isosceles trapezoid because these are equal. Okay? Two sides are equal. So these diagonals are equal. So 4x plus 3 is equal to this diagonal, which is 6x minus 5. And again, it looks like the 6x minus 5 is only from here to here, but in reality, it's the whole thing. So it's not a very good drawing, okay? Now work this out. When you work this out, you're going to subtract 4x from both sides. So you get 3 is equal to 2x minus 5. Now you're going to add 5 to both sides, so you're going to get 8 is equal to 2x. And then you're going to divide. 8 divided by 2 is 4, okay? And if you want to know the diagonal, you just substitute in. 4 times 2 is 8, 9, 10, 11. So this diagonal is 11, and this other diagonal is 11. And that's how you do that. Today's work is right here. Okay, if you need to, ask for help. 1 through 26, page 259. This, by the way, is 6.2. Remember, I'm going to try to get a test in before break, okay? And don't forget, the more work you do in class, the less you have to do at home. I'll see you in class. So have a good morning, and here we go.